Let me start off with two words: made in America.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello, my name is Johnny Racklesnacker and welcome back to CNN, also known as the best channel on earth. Today, we will be talking about the ratification of the Constitution. Like all of these videos, this episode is for Alex's social studies assignment for FLVS. In this video, we will cover different points of views from Federalists and Anti-Federalists. Also, we'll learn about famous people on both sides of the argument. And finally, we'll discuss the ratification of the Constitution and the roles that the Federalist Papers and Bill of Rights played. That's a lot to cover in a little bit of time, so let's jump right in. The Federalists wanted a strong central government, but to keep the government from having too much power, they split up the government into three branches, which are of course the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch. Some famous people that were Federalist are George Washington, John Adams, Alexander Hamilton, who was a mega-Federalist, Benjamin Franklin, John Jay, and finally the white-haired man James Madison. And if there is one thing these guys have taught us, it's that men were really ugly in the 1700s, especially when compared to my handsome, beautiful, stunning programmer, Alex. But anyways, they believed that people needed a stronger state government rather than a stronger central government. They were scared if the central government became too strong, people would not have many rights. Some anti-federalists were George Mason, Patrick Henry, Richard Lee, and Mercy Otis. So, to sum it up, there are two sides that are arguing over what's right, which sounds a lot like how the Loyalists and Patriots argued about going to war. Patrick Henry was one of the most well-known anti-federalists and is famous for the quote, "Give me liberty or give me death." He despised the Constitution because he thought that the position for a president would be similar to a king. So the Federalists sort of won at first, because they sent a constitution to be ratified, except it wasn't going that well. The states became hesitant to ratify the new constitution, so they knew they had to come up with another compromise. That is when the Bill of Rights was introduced, that gave the anti-federalists some assurance their rights would be protected. After the Bill of Rights was added, the states became more willing to ratify the new constitution. People began to support ratification more after reading the Federalist Papers, written by Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, and James Madison. The papers promised that the government wouldn't be too strong because we already know what that would lead to. So it was kind of like both sides were right, and to make things really great they had to come together and agree. That's what the Bill of Rights was. The Bill of Rights is a document that lists the basic rights of people. Anti-federalists wanted the Bill of Rights so the people would keep their rights and the government couldn't mistreat them. And they are the same rights we still have today. Well, that about covers all the material Alex needed for an A, and it's all the time we have for now, so I hope you learned something about how our Constitution was ratified, and I'll see you next time when we cover some random topic Alex has an assignment on.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.